But I think again probably the important efficacy parameter is again progression-free survival and overall survival. So we can probably focus on that a little more.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, too, is if you just compare the numbers, I mean, that's a heck of a range, 55 to 85. It falls right in the middle of Avastin, so I don't think you've gotten any advantage in that category. Again, I didn't understand it, but, just to speak of the numbers that you presented, I mean, Avastin now is a biosimilar. So,
right.
You got no chance, in my opinion, of competing against that, because 78 to 85 probably isn't a whole lot in the response department there. But I don't understand the category. So, going to progression-free and overall, same comments. Now you don't have 17 as the lower end for the stuff that's on market, but you got 19. 19 to 28 probably means something. And then the overall survival, I don't think that's going to be the final answer, but it's really not. It's really not that much different, right? 17% to 20%. I don't know. And then the rest of it is just pretty much a wash.
Right.
I don't think the two pills, the 4 pills a day or 4 pills twice a day versus 3 pills once a day or 2 pills once a day really makes that much of a difference. I know some people have said that, well, if you just take it right before you go to bed, you'll have less nausea. You don't have the nausea during the day. But I have not seen that in the limited experience in my practice.
Right. So basically, again, just to understand what you're saying, again, in terms of progression-free survival, 28 months is significant, but it will also have to again associate with the overall survival benefits to actually kind of get that, market leader position, or else, just the progression-free survival might not be good enough, right?
I don't think it has to be tied into I don't think you have to demonstrate overall survival because no one's doing that now anyway. We're trying to do that.
Right.
But I think if you extend that number beyond 28, there's going to be some 30s, some 32s, and it's not 23 as compared to 21 or 19, then it probably has some greater significance. But again, that's all statistics and all what happens on paper, or the number of patients that are being treated, and I mean, there's more that plays into it. I mean, the numbers are nice, but they're not wowing me, if you will.
Okay. And then, how much emphasis would you have on having a comparative trial show this data rather than say a placebo-based trial? Do you think that will add more significance to it?
I think comparator trials are always better than placebo. The placebo trials typically get these drugs to market. And so we've already done that study. So why don't you put one against the other and see if it really, really makes a difference in like populations? Absolutely. The problem is, again, as we spoke about earlier, you run out of substrate at some point. I mean, how many of these trials can you do? And I think the bigger problem is, quite honestly, you can answer this question better than I can, but you got billions and billions of dollars at risk for the loser. And I don't think that anybody's willing to stick their neck out and pay money out of pocket or give free drug to lose. So I think that's why we don't see those trials. I mean, that's what you really want to see, but who's going to pay for it?
Right. And what I'm trying to get to is, looking at placebo-based trials, how significant would even a result of 28 PFS be, right? Because, that might be questioned as well, that obviously already we have seen fairly varied data for all the PARP inhibitors, and including efficacy as well as safety data, right? And there have been question marks with regards to what the actual population was in terms of their composition for the trials. So, I mean, what I'm trying to get to is, will the 28 numbers still be significant as a placebo-based trial, considering all those facts?
To come to market, yes. To use in lieu of the others, I don't know. Because 19 and 21 and 17 got them to market. So 28 is definitely going to make them, it would seem to me, competitive. But to change out everything, unless there was something else that,